cars crumbling in the gloom. Napkin men with metal hearts surround us, drawing nearer, bodies fill the room. Our talking heads parade their faces every day, showing us the way to think and feel, helping us to understand the rich man's point of view. They said it on the news and now it's real.
Hello everyone! Happy Sunday! Welcome to another Chill Art Sunday. I hope you are doing very well. I am sorry for being so late with the stream today. All streams this week have been late for a reason or another. Today it's been because, well, I slept too much. So I kind of had a head. So I kind of decided I had to wait until I was actually awake to stream. But regardless, here we are today. So happy Sunday, y'all. Y'all? What am I, Southern? Anyway, let's do some art, hey? Oh, I forgot to open the folder. Derp. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing today, I am going to resume works on that picture that I have been working on for the past few Sundays. Let me just put something over there. There we go. And what was I going to say? Oh yes, I think I am ready to start shading the thing. Here we go. Birthday wishes, Alpha 2. Let's open this. So let's open this. I'm gonna have a quick look around to see if there's anything that I gotta do before shading, and if not, then I will see to start shading. And by the way, since this last Wednesday, I have been experimenting with a poor man's Stream Deck. What it is essentially just a Android application that I installed on a crappy Android phone that I have here, and it has a companion program that runs on Windows. Actually, let me show you real quick. Let me open this. This over here. So yeah, this here is the program. So this here is what's on the screen of the phone right now on my desk. And I am this is the free version for the record, so it has some limited features, but I have been experimenting with this, testing it since last Wednesday, and I gotta say, have a Stream Deck is actually really fun and very useful too. After today, if I really like this thing, I think I'm gonna buy the app. This thing costs about 30 something bucks on the Google store, whatever that thing is called. Actually, let me check on the application itself. Pro upgrade? Question mark for the price. Okay, great. That's not helpful. Alright, I think maybe I had the Wi-Fi off. Did I? I don't know. Let me open this on the store. Can I? Whatever. The point is, I have been enjoying this thing, so if I really like it, by the end of this stream, I think I'm gonna buy it. It's not very expensive, doesn't cost too much. It costs more or less how much I would spend on 2 burgers with fries and a Pepsi on Burger King. Anyway, and if it really is that useful, then yes, I'm gonna use it. Alright, let's see here. So on the last Sunday, what have I done? I think I merged the layers on the last Sunday. I did some of the plants down here. Oh yes, I also did the dirt. I remember I had to wait like 20 minutes for one single application of what's it called again? Of the smudge to apply. God, that took so long. It was absurd. But anyway, so that happened. Let's see, plants are okay, grass is in place. Oh yes, I also did the sun. Yes, I think this is good to go. Let me just check something real quick. Just make sure that the program of the deck doesn't kill pen pressure. Okay, good, it doesn't. I still have pen pressure. Also, a good thing about this deck here is that, and this is particularly good for the Sunday streams, but mainly obviously the gaming streams on Wednesday and Fridays. But with this, I actually don't have to click on the OBS window when I need to change something there. Like for example, let's say I'm going to take a quick break to use the bathroom, as I usually do on Sundays on the second hour of stream. So you know, I always have the Mike Dragon will be right back message scrolling across the screen. And up until now, I would always have to go on OBS itself, click on the message, and then when I come back, click there again to hide it, and then I would have to restart Photoshop so I have pen pressure back. But with this, I can just tap this here and there's the message, and let's see, pen pressure. Yeah, pen pressure is still there. So I hide this and I still have pen pressure, no need to restart Photoshop. So that is awesome. And of course I can also change scenes, like oh, I didn't set up a thing here to show the other computer if I want to. All right, so for that I will still have to click on OBS, but that's fine. But yeah, if I want to change to the other scenes, for example, I can do it. Oh, I don't know why this is enabled there. Alright, the message should not be scrolling on this scene. or on this one here now. Did I mess something up? Okay, I know why. But yeah, I can switch stuff now just from the screen of this phone. By the way, this thing that you see whenever I switch back to the Sunday scene here, the Chill Art Sunday stream begins now. So that image there that scrolls, that is actually the thumbnail that I use for my art streams on DeviantArt. And an awesome artist on DA saw my thumbnail and decided to do a little edit, and they made this here. I love it. It is really pretty. I like it. So this is the original they made. So I'm using this now. Actually, today is the first day that I used this one. They sent me this like a day or two ago, more or less, and I really like it. It is very pretty. For the stream, the one you saw here, let me switch scenes again. That one that scrolls there, you see there's more words. I added those extra words there just to, you know, kind of match, and it said, hey, I'm gonna have this as some sort of opening for the Chill Art Sunday. But yeah, this here is actually the original, and the artist who did this edit is Sky A Pony. He or she, actually, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. gonna talk like Professor Oak. Are you a boy or a girl? I don't know. Let's see about. Come on, DA. DeviantArt used to be so much better to find information about a given artist. Well, what the heck? Where is that now? It should be here. Well, in any case, this is the artist. Sky, if you are seeing this, I'm sorry, but I actually don't know if you are male or female. And so do feel free to correct me at some point. And I can't find that information here. So, in any case, Sky Pony did this awesome edit, and Sky has some awesome art as well. Especially if you guys are fans of MLP related stuff, they have a great. They are great. They are a great artist, and that is why I watch them. I only watch awesome people, awesome artists. So yeah, Sky Pony did this awesome edit for me. I didn't ask. I just opened DA one night, and hey, there was a note there say with the edits. So yeah, thank you so much, Sky. I really like it. And yes, guys, I do have permission from Sky to use this. It was on the message. Okay, let's do some artsy stuff. Alright, let's see what I'm gonna do here. How am I going to start with this? Boy, there's gonna be a lot to shade here, isn't there? I think I am going to start with the structure. Will I begin with the structure? Hold on, let me see how I have layered this thing. Alright, so that's that. So the ramp is a thing in itself, as is the platform. The side wall over there. And wooden beams. Alright, I think I'm going to begin with the platform. Okay, yes, I think I'm going to begin with the platform. First, let me just check. So this is Alpha 2. Is Alpha 1 this same stage of progress? Because if it is not, then I'm gonna have to save the file again, but this time naming it as Alpha 3. Let's see. Let me compare these. No, they are not the same stage of progress. Alright, so Alpha 2 will remain like this, and it will become Alpha 3. Saving. And there we go, it's saved. Okay, so now I should be on the clear to start shading. So let's pick here the tools that I'm going to use. Dodge tool, exposure 100%, range midtones. Just pick some random soft round brush, and burn tool, range midtones, exposure 100%. Also a soft round brush. Okay, let's go back now to dodge. Let's increase the size of this brush because I'm gonna need a big one. 900 maybe? Ah, 900 is too small of a brush for this canvas. Let's go with 1200. No, too small. 1500. Let's go with 2000. Yes. I guess, yes. I guess that's what I want. Alright, so going by the thing that I was talking about and showing you on the last Sunday, I got an email. Best of MSN. I don't care. Can I delete that without unlocking the phone? Yes, I can. Alright. Let's put that away. There we go. This thing. So I'm gonna change the opacity on this a little bit more. I don't have to have this thing on the screen, but I'm gonna use this anyway, just to see what doing this stuff with that there is like. Anyway, so what this is basically, if you missed the last Sunday stream, these are the angles at which the light is coming from, the light source, in the case here the sun, right there. So there's a thing in my eye. Alright, that's better. Why can't I switch to the tool that I need with the keyboard shortcut? That sucks. Weird. What the hell? The shortcuts are not working? Why? Fine, I will restart Photoshop. Stupid bug. Here, Alpha 3. Minimize that. Okay, Photoshop, are you gonna let me change tools now with the shortcuts? You will. Good, thank you. Okay, let's start this. So that's the dodge tool. Okay, dodge tool. Let's begin shading. Well, lighting, really. I always start with the lighting, the basic lighting. And that should be it. Yeah? Oh, actually, you know what? Cancel that. Let me select that there. And let's see, modify, expand by 5. No. Wait. Is this right? No. Invert the selection. Now I can use the expansion. So let's see, modify, expand by 5. Yes. Let me check the lineup there, where the selection is. Yeah, that should work. Now what this should do is it should avoid any shading and lighting effect from going from being on the platform, but underneath the wall there, in a way that seems like stuff is just going through the wall. I'm not sure if I can explain that in much better. But anyway, let me try and do this. Oh, that's going to take a little bit of time, eh? And actually for this I really don't need the light thing that I drew here. Let me hide that. If anything, that is actually getting in the way. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. Let's try again. Alright, so that was just one pass on this side of the platform, but let me try this again. Maybe a brush size 2000 might actually be too big. Let me try a smaller one. Let me go for 1700. Now you might be wondering, Mike, why such a large brush? Well, that's because this is a very large canvas. Let me show you how big this thing is. Let me open this on Paint. This is the original size, normal size. Yep, that's how big it is. It's gigantic. Here's the resolution. 6,316 by 3,723 pixels. It is huge. Even Silvertrot himself cannot really fit on the whole screen here. That's how big it is. And mind you, he is a little horse. Okay. Am I satisfied with this application of this basic lighting? I guess. Yeah, I guess. Let me undo the selection just to see what this is like down here. Yeah, it could be a bit better there, but whatever. Okay, let's have the selection back. Now let's switch to the burn tool and let's use brush 2000. For this one I actually can have a very big one. Let's apply this to the whole thing. There we go, that should be enough. And that is going to take a little bit of time to apply. While Photoshop works on that, let me do a quick thing on this thing here, because there's one thing that I want to change in case that I need or slash want to do. So let me copy this button over to somewhere else. Yeah, sure, let's put it over here. So the free version of this program only allows me 2 pages of buttons. So I have to make do. I have to make do with what I can. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to change this button to, let's delete this action. Yes. And that's gonna toggle the visibility on art streaming of the source PC choose small capture. Sure, let's rename this to PC choose small capture. Yeah, change the icon real quick. And yeah, this one here, sure. And save. So what I have just done here is, let's close that. Photoshop is done. So what this should do is, remember last time when I said that whenever Photoshop is taking way too long to apply some effect and I cannot do anything but wait? Well, I mentioned at that time that, thanks DA, I mentioned at that time that maybe what I could do is have on a corner of the screen here my work computer, the other computer where I usually monitor the stream from. I could bring that into the stream and just play a little bit of Minecraft while I wait for Photoshop. So what I just did here is, if I press this button now, we should see, yep, there it is. There's the other PC with Minecraft. Although the keyboard for this one is all the way somewhere else. But yeah, let's hide that. So yeah, that's a thing that I can do now without clicking on OBS, and that is awesome. I might end up buying this little application here. Anyway, so I just made everything a little darker here, right? So now let's make everything brighter again, but only by half. So let's change the exposure 50% and make everything brighter again. And as you can probably see, with the texture plus obviously the base color, this is looking a lot more like wood now. There we go. Now I just gotta wait for Photoshop to apply. This one should not take too long, I think. Not long enough for me to actually play some Minecraft. Although I can. I sure can. Now it is taking a little bit of time, eh? Alright, let me experiment with something. I can actually enable the sounds from the other computer from this little deck as well. So while I wait for Photoshop, let's see here. Oh yeah, there we have sound. Cool. And with this, oh, that's a little bit laggy on the other PC. But hey, with this I can actually play a little bit of Minecraft while still seeing what Photoshop is doing. Cool. Let me farm a little bit. Hey, there's my cats. Salem, Flaky. I like them. I heard an alpaca. Not alpaca, a llama. Oh, there they are. Cool. Where's the guy? There we go. Bunch of Sally. Moss block. Podzol. I could buy some Podzol, but it's 3 emeralds for Podzol? That's too much. Photoshop, you're still doing your thing there? Yeah, Photoshop is still applying the effect. Alright. Beetroot seeds, I'm good on those. Let me see if my farm is ready for harvesting. Oh, yes, it is. Now you don't know what I am looking at here right now exactly, but on the stream you see the game. Oh hey, Photoshop is done. Alright, let me just replay this. And let's go back to doing art. What I was gonna say is you don't actually see where exactly I'm looking at on my end here, but I have 3 screens. One screen has OBS on the main computer. The main screen has Photoshop, also on the main computer. And I have another screen on top of my main computer, but that one is showing the work computer. So let's do this here. Go back. There we go. And to play the game there while I wait for Photoshop, I actually have to turn my head and look up to see the screen on the other PC. And so I look at the game there, and I look at Photoshop on the main screen down here. So I keep switching to where I'm looking at. That's a bit uncomfortable. Anyway. Okay, yes, I think I like the way this is looking so far. Nice. Let's apply a little bit of more light to the edge over here. This edge, because this should be closer to the light. Actually, hold on. Cancel that. I said cancel Photoshop. Did it actually apply? Yes, it did apply. Okay, so let's undo that. Now let's apply that just to this area here, while skipping this bit here. Alright, that should be good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to change the exposure to something very low, like 20%. Or maybe 10 actually. Let me use a much larger brush. Let's go with 3000. That's a big one. And I'm gonna scrub the whole thing with this, because this bottom part of the platform here, this is a little too dark. It should not be that dark. Right, let's wait for Photoshop to do its thing. There we go. Let me undo and redo to see the difference. Oh yes, that's so much better. Alright, I'm keeping it. There's a flying bug here annoying me. Anyway, so yeah, I am keeping that. Let me change the exposure back to 50%. And the problem now is, though, this area here is too bright. I know what I'm going to do. Let's undo that. Let's have the exposure to 10% again. And now I'm going to scrub over the whole thing with 10% exposure. There. I hope this actually is going to give me a better result than what I just got there. Also, just remember, I think I have a few options for Dragon Token redeeming disabled for the Sunday stream. There are things that should be enabled. Let me check those real quick while Photoshop does its thing. Manage rewards. Actually, I'm gonna let you see what I'm doing, because now I can do that. That is awesome. So let's see, should I ask for directions? That is going to be disabled. Draw me something should be enabled. Yeah, I want to add more things here for redeeming for tokens, but I cannot think of anything else to add. So I am always open for suggestions, by the way, if you guys think of anything. Alright, so for today we have add time, hydrate, should ask for directions is not one of them. This one here is only for when I'm playing American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator or King of the Road, you know, something something that involves driving. Anyway, so for today we have add time, hydrate, sing a song. Have Mike say something nice about CD, don't redeem that. Dragons and Giants with Cat Software, and draw me something for 2000 tokens, as well as the defaults with highlight my message, unlock random subs, and such. Alright, let's go back to art because I just see Photoshop has finished doing its thing. Man, I gotta say, this Stream Deck thing, even though this is the poor man's version, this is actually really practical for streaming. Really good. It's really fun to use too. Very cool. Anyway, what was I gonna do? Oh no, this is actually worse. This is so much worse. It is way too bright. Okay, what if I use 10% just on this end here? That didn't do anything. Well, it did, but barely. What is that noise? I'm hearing weird noise. Anyway. Alright, what if I do the same thing, but this time with a 5% exposure instead? Let's see. Are you really going to take that long, Photoshop, to apply this 5% exposure application of the dodge tool? Really? Well, I can't really blame Photoshop for this. It's actually my computer, because it is old. I still could not order the new parts that I need for the upgrade. They are still out of stock, and one of them that is in stock, the price just went up. Alright, so it finished. Yeah, it's a bit better. At least this part down here is better, but up there, no. Alright, let me undo that and do this with just this end over here. Okay, now that is better. Let's save. Right, so do I want to do anything else for the platform right now? I do, but I'm not gonna do that now. I will use that, I call that the leaf trick to improve the shading and lighting, but I'm not gonna apply that one now. That part of the shading process I usually do when I have everything already shaded, because that's a way to, you know, kind of highlight some accents of the lighting and the shading. So let's move on. I'm gonna need the 100% exposure. on this tool. Oh, hold on. Let's go to the burn tool and use 50% exposure on that one, because now I need to do the highlights of shading. I haven't done that yet. So here and here. Nope, that didn't go well. Let me start over. There we go. Yeah, see the difference? That looks so much nicer. Alright, let's keep that like that. And over here, let me zoom in a little bit more. Also, I think I'm going to use a smaller brush for this part. Yes, this here. Nice. Very nice. Now I kind of need some shadow to be cast by the wall, I think. Do I? Let's see. Not exactly, but I kind of feel like I should apply some there. So like it would be more or less like this, you know. Kind of like that. Oh, that actually looks very nice. Not gonna lie. I like it. But the application is wrong. I need the selection to include this area here, so I don't have any shading that will go under the wall. I don't have any of that being applied to the wood on this area. So how am I gonna do that? Let's see. I'm using the lasso tool right now to include this part here. I don't think that actually worked. Maybe that's not quite what I want. Actually, you know what? Let's use the minus over here with the Alt key and do this area. Okay, I think that is right. Is it? Yes. So I think that is the selection that I want. Let's see now. I think I'm going to use a larger brush with this. Yeah, see, because I have to put the brush outside. You see how the brush goes outside of the wall there? If I didn't have this area unselected, the shading would also show on the wood over here, and that would just not be right. Actually, I am going to use brush number 200. Let's see about this. Instead of going back and forth, let's just do one pass of the brush like this. The angle is wrong. Alright, now I can go back further inside and another gentle pass on this area over here. Okay, let's remove the selection to see what this looks like. This can be better. This can be better. You know what? I am not going to do this right now. So let's undo that. Instead, what I am going to do is... let's make a new layer here. And... give me the brush. Give me size number 1. And... I'm going to use the mouse for this. Let's have... let's see... I'm going to put one click on this corner of the wall there. And let's bring this all the way over here. Hold shift and click here. So the line has been drawn. Good. And let's keep going. Let's put this here. Alright, now this part here does not have to be well defined, because this is supposed to be hidden away by the wall. Plus, I'm gonna do some erasing here. Now let's bring this back to the original points I clicked on. So just hide the wall. And voila! Now you might be wondering, what is that supposed to be, Mike? Why did you do that? Well, my friends, this is going to be a shadow, a hard shadow. So let's select that, invert the selection. Let's make a new layer and delete the original. So now I have just this selection. Let me use a hard round brush of a bigger size. Yeah, this is good enough. Pure black. Let's paint like so. And do the selection. And let's see what that corner there looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Excellent. So that's a hard shadow. Good. Let's give this a 50% opacity for now. And let's use the eraser with a soft round brush. And down here I am going to do some erasing like this. Actually 300 is too big. Here we go. Not quite exactly what I need / want, so let's not touch this part yet. Instead, let me add a little blurring to this shadow. You know, just blur the edge of the shadow a little bit, because this shadow doesn't need to be so well defined. Let's blur it a little more. Okay, Photoshop is still applying the first the first application of the blur. Great. Alright, let's go for the second. And oh, actually, you know what? Undo again. Let's do just one pass like this. Did it work? It did, but not good. Let's do one pass. Now another pass on this area here without going to the corner of the wall there. And now let's do more passes on this area here that is farther away from the corner of the wall right there, and another one like this, and another one just on this part here. Alright, so what this should have done, although not as well as I had hoped it would, is as the shadow gets farther away from this corner here, so it extends in this direction, as it gets farther away from there, it becomes less defined and more blurry. You know, because that's more or less how shadows work. The closer something is to, and the something that I am referring to is the object that is casting a shadow. The closer that something is to the source of light that is causing the shadow to be cast, the more well defined the shadow is. So you can actually test this for yourself. Open your hand, the palm of your hand, have that face some light source, like the light bulb on a lamp on your desk, for example, and pick a pen or a pencil, or even your finger with the other hand, and have your finger or the pen be between the palm of your hand that is open and the light bulb, so the pen is going to be casting a shadow on the palm of your hand. And if you approach the pen to, actually no, yeah, that's right, if you approach the pen to the palm of your hand, so it becomes closer to the hand, you will see that the shadow being cast on the palm of your hand is actually going to become more visible, not more visible, but more well defined and less blurry. But if you distance it from the palm of your hand, it is going to become more blurry, far less defined, until it comes a point where you cannot tell the shape of the thing that is casting the shadow. So that should be more or less this. Yeah, I'm not sure if I explained this very well. Did the music stop? When am I gonna fix this playlist? I say this every time and I never fix it. There we go. I still have these songs, it's just I have moved them away from their original location. Like, where even is this one here, for example? Let's see. Well, where was this, I should say. Properties. Yeah, this was on the desktop a few moons ago. Anyway. So yeah, let's keep this shadow like that for now. Let's name this layer wall hard shadow, and save. Hey Matt, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday, and thank you. Hopefully this is going to look very good when finished. Alright, so that is done. What is the next thing that I want to be working on this? Obviously, I gotta have the characters casting a shadow on the wood, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's get the basics done first. I think I'm gonna do the shading on the wall on the wall itself. So let's see here. Is this the burn tool? Yes, this is the burn tool. So let's change this to 100% exposure. Go back to the dodge tool. That's a big brush. 3000. I don't need a 3000 size brush. That is way too big. Let's go to 1000. Alright. Now for this. Yeah. Let's have light on this side of the wall. Actually, you know what? Let's switch to brush size 2000. Actually, yeah, let's go to 3000. I lied. Let's apply light in this manner on this wall. Kind of at an angle, you know. Alright, how long is my computer going to take to apply this? long enough for me to do some more farming on my little house there. Let's see. Let's put this in full screen. Oh, I forgot to turn on the sound. There we go. That's better. Photoshop is done. Just because I was starting to get I don't know, to enjoy playing this thingy. Okay, Photoshop. Let's go back. And let's undo and redo to see if I actually like what this looks like. Yeah, for starters, that should be fine. Let's switch to the burn tool. Brush 2000. And let's darken everything. Alright, that should be good enough. And let's give Photoshop some time to do its thing while I do my thing on the other PC here. Where am I keeping the seeds? Oh, I'm already full on seeds over there. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go back here. And put all of this in the composter. Nice. And yes, I am still watching if Photoshop is done applying the effect. I'm just, you know, doing something else to keep myself entertained while I have to wait, because I cannot do anything on Photoshop until it finishes applying the effect. As well as keeping you guys entertained, I hope. Not that farming is something exciting. Alright, so that's done. Let's close this. Wheat and beetroot. So beetroot seeds go here. Oh, I still have more wheat seeds. I didn't realize. Where does the beetroot goes? Up there. Alright. So long as we have that little wheel thing on the mouse cursor there, that means Photoshop is still busy trying to apply the effect. And so long as that is there, I cannot do anything on Photoshop. Let's close that. How am I on eggs? That's quite a bunch of eggs. That's good. Let's put away the bone meal. Oh hey, did that traveling merchant despawn? Did he lose his llamas? Because if he did lose his llamas, I want to take the leashes that he was using. There we go. Photoshop is done. Let's go back to Photoshop then. Alright, so I have darkened the thing by 100%, so now let's brighten it up by 50%. Alright, more waiting, I guess. I think that put the other computer on the screen, on a smaller screen like this, was a great idea. No, I think the merchant has despawned along with his llamas. Yeah, I think they did. Are you gonna do the shading on for the left pony? Which one? You mean the galoshes over here? Well, first I'm gonna do the shading on the structure they are sitting on, so I have the basics for that. Then I'm going to shade them, and because they are on a separate layer, so I'm going to shade them, and once they are shaded, so I have a clear view of where the light is coming from on them, how they are casting shadows and such. Then I'm going to draw the shadows on the floor. First on a separate layer, and then I'm going to use the burn tool to add some shading to the actual wood structure over here as well. I'm gonna buy, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm going to go back to Photoshop because it finished. Alright, let's see. Alright, so this now needs a little bit of highlighting on the shading. So instead of 50%, let's use 10% and apply shadow to just this side here, like this. So yeah, while Photoshop does this, let me see if I can give you a more, I was gonna say a more better, there, grammar please, a better example of the kind of shading that I am talking about that I should be doing there. Let's see, whip, OC. I think I'll make them burn has a perfect example of that. Where's that? There it is. Here, I'll make them burn. Yes. So here's Silvertrot. Man, draw him like this really made me very depressed. But anyway, let me put this on full screen. So what I did for the shading for his shading here is, on top of using the dodge tool to make the lighting on this side of his body here, and the burn tool to add shadows to this part of his body here, you know, the part that is less exposed to light, in the case here, the fire that the dragon is breathing over there. He's making barbecue out of someone for hurting silver. I also use some extra layers to apply some extra effects with the actual brush. So this brighter area here that is more yellow, for example, this I think I used a soft round brush with the color yellow, and I applied some effects and such. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. Down here on the floor, I don't think I used the burn tool to apply any shading to the actual ground itself on this picture in particular, but as you can see here, Silvertrot, he has a very well defined shadow being cast on the ground here, and this shadow here, I actually drew it on a separate layer between Silvertrot and the ground itself. Now the shadow here on this picture is very well defined because of how strong the light source is and how close Silver is from that light source. So what I should be doing for this picture that I am working on here is, on top of doing a hard shadow like this one on the floor, on a separate layer between the characters and the floor itself, I will very likely be using the burn tool to also do soft shading on the actual floor itself, so the actual layer of the floor. Oh, seeing that picture zoomed in is depressing. You can see why you cried. Yes, I really like this character. I really like him, and up until the day I drew this picture, which wasn't really supposed to exist, but it exists because I don't know. I was practicing some dragon anatomy, and I drew the teeth. I decided to draw a head to see what that would look like, and one thing leads to another, and then I decided, hey, let's draw the dragon being upset because someone or something hurt his friend. Because these two characters, they are friends. And so yeah, the idea on this picture is that something or someone hurt Silver. As you can see, he is really hurt there, and well, Braveheart here is absurdly upset about it. But anyway, up until this point, I have always only drawn Silver being always all happy and smiling and such, and this really hit me in the feels. But thankfully, shortly after this, I finished another picture where he's far more happy, and that was a delight to work on. Where is that one? That should be Holiday Wishes, I believe. Where is that? Yes, Holiday Wishes. Let's look at that so we can get rid of the depression. There we go. Ah, there we go. There he is. Yeah, so much better. So much more joyful. So yeah, this is how I am used to draw him. Always smiling, always happy, not harmed, obviously. But yeah, draw this here was a delight. After that one there. Alright, is Photoshop done? Yes, Photoshop is done. He's lucky to have Braveheart as a friend, otherwise he could have died. Definitely. Considering how hurt he was on that other picture, and how much blood apparently he had lost there. Yeah, that was awful. Very awful. What was I doing here? Alright, the shading on this part here. Yes, that looks so much better. Let's save. Oh, by the way, I just thought of something. Let me go back to I'll make them burn there. Hold on. I think that this picture needs a correction. We can see one leg, one of Braveheart's front legs over here, but we don't see the other one. My original idea when I drew this was that the other leg was like, you know, both legs were spread out because he's kind of crouched forward. So I think the original idea was that the other leg would be kind of like, you know, more or less around here off screen, but I have been rethinking this, and I think at least part of it should be visible, even if it's just on the corner here. So at some point I might go back to this picture and draw the other leg on the corner over here. Yeah, I think I might do that at some point. Anyway, let's go back to this. Let's decrease the size of this here now, because even smaller brush, please. Because now I do believe I gotta do shading on the door itself. Now, how exactly am I gonna go about doing that? Because the door and the wall, they are in the same layer, but they are actually separate elements. And the door is more, let's say, inside the wall. How am I gonna do this? I think I know. Where is the line art for the wall? Let's see, door line arts? Yes. Let's bring this into Photoshop. Let's put it over there. Now let me copy this layer. Excuse me. Let me copy this layer. Let's paste it on top of everything. Okay, it is misaligned. Oh, that's because I changed the size of the canvas. Was it? Wait, what is going on here? Did I change the size of the canvas? No, I didn't. I instead moved this layer. Apparently. For some reason. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I think that is in place. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, good. Let's pick the eraser with a hard round brush. Let's erase the guidelines on this corner here. There we go. Now what I think I want to do is to separate the door from the wall at the line art level. So let's see. Right now I am doing this only on the actual line art layer that I have just pasted over here. So that's why as I erase the black here, you see the orange from the wall and such. Because what I am trying to accomplish here, I believe, is that I wanted to select the line art of the door itself alone. So then on the layer where the actual colored wall is, I can safely apply shading to the selection of the door. Did I make? Have I made any sense there? I'm not sure if I made much sense. But anyway, I kind of feel like eating a burrito now for some reason. Alright, let's select this. I am going to remove this line art here by chunks, because that should be easier. So there goes one chunk. Let's select the next chunk. Almost. There we go. Now let's go for another chunk. That selection is wrong. I must not select this line over here. Not a single pixel. Only this one here that belongs to the wall itself. Okay. There's far more wall here than I thought there was. But I should be almost done with this line. There we go. Yes, oops. Yes. So like this, there we go. Now let's see here. Let's erase this bit. But there is one problem here that I am noticing. This line up here and this one going down on this side. Both of these lines, both of these lines belong to the wall. If I apply shading with the selection of the door here, the shading that I apply to the door is also going to be applied to the line art of the wall itself, and that is not good. So what I am doing here is actually not going to work. Not in this way. Well, it will. It's just that the results are not going to be good. I need to have a line art for just the door alone and nothing else. Oh man, how? Right now, it would be ideal that actually that the door and the wall were actually in separate layers, but I cannot separate them now. That is way too late for that. I have already done all the coloring, applied textures. I have already merged the layers and already done the basic shading on both of them. Well, most of the shading by this point. I have done way too much stuff here to go back to the line art itself and separate them. How do I do this? I think I know how. I am not sure, but I think I know how. Let's delete this layer and close the original file. And let's go back to CorelDRAW. Let's do something with the line arts there. Let me put down my pen because for this I will need just the mouse. Excuse me? There was a problem sending the command to the program. What? I beg your pardon? The hell is that error? Is it going to work? Did it break? What happened? That's taking a little while to open, isn't it? Almost done. Thank you for informing me. But where is the picture? There we go. That was weird. Anyway. Oh, that's why it was offset. The line art itself is actually outside of the canvas. That explains it. Alright. Alright, let's make this completely black. Also, let me bring this line art all the way forward on top of everything. So what exactly am I going to do here? Is this grouped? Yes, it is grouped. So let me ungroup. And you know what? Let me go ahead and delete all the others. I am not going to save the changes that I'm making here to the actual document itself. Oops. I think I might have deleted way too much there. But yeah, I'm not going to save the changes that I will be making here to the document itself. I'm just going to export the file. Alright, so that line stays like that. Let's see here, 2-point line. And we want this to go parallel to the line art of the wall. Yeah, sure. Let's keep going. Let's keep going up. Further up. Up a little more. More. There we go. Let's put this here. I think this should be good enough. That's a tiny line. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to change the thickness on this thing. Oops. I just need it. Let me change the color on this. I just need it to be touching the line that belongs to the wall. As much as I possibly can. Yeah, let's go back 1 pixel if possible to this side. Alright, let me see up here. Okay. Now I want to bring this one over here. So let's see, F10. No. I have to select the whole thing. Convert to curve. Alright, now let's have the top over here touch the line there. Just touch. Not going over or anything. Just a touch. Okay, this should be good enough. So let's go back here 1 pixel. Yeah, that seems about right. So now, what I will want is to delete these lines. So let's break apart. Delete that. It's good. And oh, I forgot I gotta do the same thing up here. So oof. Let's put that there. Alright, let's have this end here. I'm going to use a different color for this. Almost. Go into fast approaching as you faithfully wait. The simplest of simple creatures bound by the laws of fate. Okay, yes. So this end is right. Let's convert this to curve so I can move just this side here without altering the position of that side there. That was too much. Almost. There we go. That should be good. Alright, so now let's break this apart again. Delete that one there. This one here. And is this what I actually want? Is this what I actually want? I am not sure. Not yet. Let's delete the remaining lines from the wall. Yes, I think. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's say it is. Let's say this is indeed what I want. Let's make these lines black. Do I still have the guideline in place? I do. Good. I almost pressed Ctrl S. I am not supposed to do that. Let's see here. Birthday wishes. Let's copy that address. Let's paste it over here. Door line art. Resolution 500. Yep, that is correct. So okay to that. And let's see here. Door line art. Wait, is it still saving? This isn't it. This is door line arts with an S at the end. The one that I just saved is just the door itself. It is called door line art without the S at the end. Where is that? Did I save it in the right place? Did I accidentally save it? Yes, I did accidentally save on this one here. No, this is supposed to go here. Why is this even still open? Alright, let's bring this over to Photoshop. Now let's copy all of this, paste on top of this one. There we go. Now we have just the door, although not very well aligned for some reason. And I know it is not very well aligned because the color line art is showing down here. So let's drag this. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. What is happening? Why isn't this matching? It should match. Let me delete and try again. Paste. Yeah, the sizing is correct. That is weird. Yeah, see, even the door itself is offset. I moved 1 pixel down. Yeah, I think that's the best that I'm gonna get. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is, now we have these bits going beyond on the line art, so those are going to be a problem for the shading. Let's remove them. I could have removed them on CorelDRAW, but that would be too much work. Far more work than it will be to just use the eraser here on Photoshop. That's not quite right. Oh, okay, never mind. Let me do this again. I think I derped. I should probably actually, let me delete this. I should be doing that here on this thing, and then just copy the thing ready for the file, for the project rather, because here this way I can actually see more clearly where and how much of the lines I gotta erase. You know, where they are, where their limits are, and such. Okay, this bit here, that should be fine. There's this here. Put this one up here. And there's a bunch at the top of the door. So that should be next after this here. go, nice. Yep, here's one at the top of the door. Here's another one. I am not too sure that this idea that I have here, that I'm trying to execute, is actually going to work, if it is going to yield the results that I am expecting. But I'm gonna try. Because the alternative would be to actually have the door and the wall be in separate layers of their own, but like I said earlier, it is now way too late to do that. Besides, that would require, like, let me think, at least 3 layers. At least 3 layers instead of just 2 for, you know, the wall and then the door. Because the door, there is a portion of it that is actually supposed to be over the layer of the wall. You know, let me show you. This part here, you know, see, the wall goes in there and the wall and the door is showing over it. So I would need a 3rd layer to have this bit of the wall underneath the layer of the door. Then I would have to have the layer of the door itself on top of this, and then on top of the layer of the door I would have the wall itself. That's just way too much stuff. And then obviously I can still do that on CorelDRAW. I can still separate their layers like that, the line arts, but then I would have to repaint all the line arts, merge them again, and apply those textures all over again. Just too much work. Not that I can't do it, it's just, it's not worth it. Okay, let's copy this now. That will cost me way too much time. Paste it over here. And yes, okay, so that there is what I wanted now. I don't know if this is going to work, but we are about to find out, aren't we? I think there's some little bit more here that needs to be removed from the line art. Is there? Nah, not really. Let's leave it. Okay, so now let's select this whole layer. Not quite like that. Undo. Let's use the wand tool instead. This is not exactly the kind of selection that I wanted. Maybe if I remove the tolerance number 1 and replace it with 0. No? What about the anti-alias? Okay, without the anti-alias, it is actually worse. Yeah, no, I need anti-alias here. Alright. My problem is that, as you can see here, the selection, it leaves a few pixels outside. Unselected rather, and that is going to create a gap in the shading. That's just not very good. Expand, no. Let's see, modify, contract. Let me see if contracting is going to help. That actually is not what I want. Expand by 1. This is also going to create said gap. I am 100% sure that it will. Alright, let's just go with this selection here then. Let's not do anything else. Let me run this brush here. Okay, let's invert the selection. Yep, that's what I want. Just the door. That seems about right. So now let's hide this layer where the line art is. Okie dokie. Let's go back to the front wall layer here. And let's do the shading. Let's see, exposure 100%, I guess. Oh, that's the burn tool. I want the dodge tool, I think. No, I do want the burn tool. Burn tool at 50% exposure because the door already has some shading and lighting applied to it. Alright, let's see here. Brush 300, I guess. Let's apply some shading to the corners of the door, kind of like this. Is this what I want? No. Change the exposure to 10%. Change the size of the brush to brush 2000. And do this, I guess. It didn't work. Well, it did, it just wasn't very good. Let's do a couple passes. 3 passes. 4 passes. Let's see. Yeah. Well, not really. What exactly am I trying to do here? Maybe if I darken the whole door. Let's shear some sheep while Photoshop applies that. Shear the sheep. Oh hey, Photoshop is done. Good. Alright, let's see. Let me undo and redo. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. Let me see about the gaps that I was worried about. Doesn't seem so bad. I actually don't think they are there. At least not visible enough for me to tell. In any case, let me have the selection again. Because now I do need to apply a little bit of shading, highlights, I guess, to some corners. So let's have this at 50%. And like here, I guess. Yes. Now I gotta do the same thing on this end of the door. Because you know, a little more shadow being cast by the wall. Yes. Now I'm not sure about down here. Kind of feel like I should apply some extra shading there, but I'm not sure. Let's see about the door handle. The door handle, I think I know what I'll be doing with that, but not right now. Let's see about the wooden thing here. Let's use a smaller brush for that. Yeah, this should work. Oops, made a little mistake there. There we go. Let's do the same thing down here. Let me try this again. No, I'll have to redo this. Yeah, I guess that works. Seems to be okay. I kind of would need to save this. So apply some shading to the wooden boards on this door. Yeah. How exactly am I gonna go about doing that? Let me do some experimenting. Let's see here. Maybe a smaller brush than this. 21, 27. So like here. Let me try this again. I gotta make this as straight down as I can possibly make it. And it must not go over the line art too much. Neither too much, neither too little. It must be just right. Where's the line art of this one here? I think I see it. My finger slipped the pen. That's not straight. It would help if I could use a ruler. You know, like when you are drawing on paper and you want to make a straight line, you just slap the ruler on top of the paper, hold it down, and then do the thing. I can't do that here though, unfortunately. Well, technically I can. The problem is figuring out where to put the ruler on the tablet. Yeah. That went too far from the line art. There we go. I think the next line art is right here. Now the tablet shifted on the desk. Something seems off here. No, that is actually right. Okay. Here, I see the other line art here. So there's this place in my city that it is not exactly a restaurant, but it is one of those little food places that you find in food courtyards. Is that the name of the thing? I can't remember now, but you know, like malls have, for example, an area where there's many small places where you can order food and such. But anyway, there is this place in my city that has it has been built to be one of those food courts just by itself. It doesn't have any stores, just food places, and it has tables so you can order your food there and eat right there as well and such. And it has this Mexican food restaurant. I went there with my family, with my father and my brother to be specific. My mother wasn't there. So you could try that. We have never had Mexican food before, so we went there for our birthday, and turns out it is really delicious. And ever since I have been kind of craving a burrito again. I liked it. So for a few days now I have been feeling like I think I like that. That looks good. I kind of have been feeling like ordering something from there for delivery. But the problem is that it is so far away from where we live that they do not deliver to our area. Actually, if you go on applications like Uber Eats or iFood and you select the restaurant, you will get the message that it is too far to deliver. So that's sad. Okay, so that there is good. Let's do this. Oh, how am I gonna do about the door handle here? With the shading that I am applying to these boards. I'll figure it out. That is not what is going to stop me from doing this. Okay, I'll have to redo this one. But it was really good. Go. I am following along the line art as straight as I can possibly make it. Alright, let's move on to the next. But now I think there is another Mexican food restaurant. Although actually they, from what I understand, they are not actually a Mexican food restaurant. They just serve as part of their menu. They also have Mexican food there. And they seem to deliver to my area. The thing is, I don't know if their food is good. As good as at least as good as the one we tried on that other place. So I didn't dare ordering from there. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so that's done. Where's the line item for this one here? Here. No, that's bad. Let's try again. I think I'm gonna have to redo this one. I went too far from the line item, this part over here. Dang it! It's not like this is very easy to make. I mean, it's not difficult, but it requires so much precision. A ruler would definitely help with this. Good. Oh my god, I messed up here again. Oh god. I crack my knuckles a bit. Okay. I can make it. I can. And I will. And I did. There we go, finally. 3 more to go. Actually, 2 more to go on this section of the door. Let me save. And this is where I approach the door handle. Okay. Tablets, could you not shift? Oh. One of the feet of my tablets, you know, the rubber things, came off. Heck. Put that back there. There we go, that should help. And I'll have to redo this one again, because the tablet shifted. Alright, let's do this. Almost. Ah! I messed up right at the end. No. There we go. I'm sorry for not talking too much when I am drawing the shading, but that's because I am trying to concentrate so hard as to not mess it up. Yeah. Alright, let's do the other one here. Now this one will meet with the door handle. Alright, stop there. And let's continue from here. There we go. Yep, that seems about right. Yeah, that is looking more like a wooden door, isn't it? Nice. Now I just gotta do these on the top. And this part of the shading of the door should be done. And yeah, the shading doesn't seem to be applying to the line art of the wall, which is excellent, because that is exactly what I didn't want to happen. That is, I didn't want the shading to apply to the line art of the wall, because it is not supposed to. There we go. I think this one was too much on top of the line art. Yeah, that's better. There is another line art right here. That good? Yep, that seems to be good. Wonderful. Okay, let's see what next. Let's switch to the dodge tool, brush number 27, exposure 50%. Let me save this. And now what I'm going to do here now, I'm not sure if this is a good idea, if it is going to work, if it's going to look any good. Well, let's see. So what I just did is I applied shadow to this side of the board. So kind of like this. Let me make a new document. So let's imagine that we are looking at those wooden boards from the absolute side. So we have the boards, right? Like this. There's one board, there's another board. So let's imagine that we are looking at them from this end over here. So if we look there, it will look kind of like this, right? But let's imagine that they are not exactly straight like that. Let's imagine that they are like kind of curved, you know, kind of like this. So there's one board, there's another board, there's another board, kind of like that. So what I just did there was I applied, okay, so the light is coming from this direction there, okay, so I applied some shading to this side of each board because they curve down like this. And what I would try to do next, what I would do next, and I don't know if it is going to look any good, is I'm going to apply some lighting on this side of the boards. So kind of like this, you know? I don't know if this is going to look good. I don't know if it's going to make sense, but let's find out. There we go. I just saved, by the way, so if I need, I can open the file again, and this change that I am applying here is not going to exist anymore. Again, as I always say, I am not trying to make this look realistic, but I am trying to make it look natural. That's what I always aim for, make it look natural. Wait, did it just run this on top of the line art? It's not supposed to go on top of the line art. I could be using this actually to better find the line art, honestly. Yeah, oops. Yeah, that sure helps. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Anyway, that doesn't look bad. Let me carry on with this and let's see where this leads me to. Excuse me. Here we go again with this big section. Let's go for the next one. I think you can already see exactly what I am getting at with this. So far so good. There we go. Almost lost it down there. Let's see this one now. Oops, lost it. There we go. Only 3 more to go on this section of the door. I almost hit Ctrl S to save. I'm not supposed to save yet. Only when I am sure this actually is good. Why is there a bug on my screen? Get out of there. I kind of lost at the end there. Let me try this. Let me do this again. Ah, I lost at the end again. The problem is that in order to keep some extra stability on the pen, I am also keeping my hand completely pressed against the tablet, and I am dragging it across. So what happens is my hands are not sweating, but I do feel like my hand is kind of not really gluing itself, but sticking to the tablet a little bit. So that's a little bit of a problem. All right, let's see one more. The end. Not gonna mess up this time. There we go. Alright, so far it seems to be looking great actually. Let's do this section of the door here. Start over. There we go, just a few more boards and this door should be done. Well, assume it is actually looking good, right? There we go. There. And there. I'm not going to apply this thing to the board over there, the one that is the closest to the door, because I don't think it would make sense. Let's see. I am not sure I actually like this. It's not bad, but it's not that great either. This part here looks much better than that one there. Do I want to keep this? I am going to save this as Alpha 4 and then open Alpha 3 to compare. Saving. Let's open Alpha 3 now. Reptane! Happy Sunday or Monday, and I'm not sure if it's Monday for you already. But regardless, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. How are you? Alright, let's compare these. Monday, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, happy Monday in that case. Bad? Why? What is going on, if you don't mind me asking? Oh my god, no, not a GPU. No, not now, not like this. What GPU was it? Rev GTX 650. Well, thankfully you had the 650. Yeah, the 650 is inferior. I actually have one. It works great. It's not so bad, but yeah, it is kind of a downgrade, I believe. Also, I don't know about the model that you have for the 650, but mine has a mini HDMI output. I hate that thing. I hate the output. I like the card, but I hate the mini HDMI. That thing sucks. No, mine is a... What is mine? I think mine is a P and W, not W, P and Y. Is it? Let me see. GTX 650 P and Y. Yeah, mine is the P and Y. This model here specifically. This one. Exactly this one. Yeah, look at that stupid mini HDMI there. I hate that port. Is the one with the red fan. Let's see. Gain word. Oh, that's a nice looking card. Certainly nicer looking than the P and Y. Does it also have a mini HDMI? It does. It does have the mini HDMI. Whoever invented mini HDMI, they should stab their toe on some furniture every single morning. That thing is horrible. Anyway, let's go back to this. But at least you have that one for reserve at least. So it could have been worse. Imagine if you didn't have any other decent card to use instead. I mean, in place of the one that died. It wouldn't be so bad if prices weren't through the roof. In space, practically, really. So I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think, guys? Alpha 4, this one with the light highlights on the wooden planks, or Alpha 3 without and just the shading? I feel like this could be better, but it is already bad. Let me add some highlights to these boards over here. Let me see what that is going to look like. Now, to make matters easy, what I could do is separate these things from the line art of the boards of the door. So I can select just this area, and anything that I apply to that will be applied just to that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me duplicate this layer because I am likely going to need it still. So that way I have a backup of sorts. Alright, let's see this. Let me scratch my ear real quick. Here we go. For you to have an idea, Riptane, how much I dislike mini HDMI, I actually put my GTX 650 on my work computer a while ago, just because it is a better card, and it was great. But I decided to go back to the GeForce 9500 GT on that PC, just because of the mini HDMI port. That thing loses signal so easily. And mind you, the 9500 GT, that card sucks so bad that every time I start a virtual machine on VMware starts to barf. It starts to complain that, hey, virtual, what's it called again? 3D acceleration is not supported. So yeah, that card is so bad that it cannot handle 3D acceleration for VMware. And if I turn on any sort of shader on Minecraft on that computer, it is a slideshow fest. It cannot handle any shaders there. That's how bad that card is. But still, at least it's a better choice in terms of HDMI port, because that one has an actual normal HDMI port. So I think I prefer to deal with the crappiness of the card itself, graphics wise, than to deal with the crappiness of the port. Okay, that seems good. Now let's do the same thing down here. Let me just do a quick thing here, unrelated, somewhere else. Give me just a moment. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's continue here. There we go. I'm going to finish erasing these lines on the bottom part of this board here, and then I want to show you something. So give me just a moment. Alright, just this one more here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I was just talking about how bad that the 9500 GT is. I'm gonna give you an example. So you guys saw I have Minecraft running on the other computer, so I can play a little bit of that every time I have to wait for Photoshop to finish doing something. So let's bring that to the screen. So as you can see here, put these things away. Frame rate, kind of normal. A bit low, but kind of normal. How many frames am I getting here? Yeah, apparently it is in the 20s with this card. There's no shaders active here. Let's enable the fabulous shader pack, because that's the only thing that I have there. My eyes, what's wrong with your eyes? Here we go. Let's enable fabulous, which is not a bad looking shader, and I use that sometimes with my GTX 1060 on the main computer. and it looks better, but in the other hand, look at the frame rate. Jesus Christ. This card is a really bad card for anything more than just rendering windows. How many frames is this? 2 frames. Let's turn this thing off. But yeah, at some point I want to upgrade that graphics card. Not for gaming, again, that's a work computer. I don't use that for gaming. Even though I am running Minecraft on it, but still. Let's see. Yeah, look at the difference. So much better. But yeah, eventually I will want to upgrade that card there. Just so I have something that I can at least call decent on that thing. So yeah, that's how bad the 9500 is. And according to some reviews that I have checked, apparently the card, even when it was new, it already wasn't that great. It is more a card for just, you know, outputting image, I guess. I don't know. If only the GTX 650 didn't have a mini HDMI. Alright, let's erase these lines here. There we go. Now once I am done removing, well, disconnecting these lines from that board there, from those boards, there's 2 of them, I am going to select the boards, which actually I'm going to do now. On this same layer I am going to select, let's see, this area here. Yeah, this area here. Let's hide that layer and go to the front wall layer. Let me run a brush here just to make sure. Yeah, I gotta invert the selection. Okay, this is the selection that I want. Minus this part here, but whatever. Now let's see, how am I gonna do this? Oh, also I gotta unselect the lines down there. So what do I want? Minus, I guess, with the lasso. Let's see. Yes, it is. So let's go around here. Careful not to touch the selection of the board. Now the boards. There we go. That has been unselected. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to accidentally apply any shading or lighting to these selected areas on the rest of the door. So unselecting them like I am doing here should enable me to safely run the brush without having too much concern with, you know, those parts of the door. Okay, let's see now. Let's use a larger brush. 65? Yeah, sure. Oh, actually, I think I just had an idea. What if I also do this? Here we go. Yeah. There we go, do that. Let's do the same thing over here. Careful not to touch the selection of the board itself. Yep. That seems about right. Yeah. Let's see if this works out as I hope it will. Let's run a little bit of lighting highlights here, like so. This can be a lot better, honestly. Let's try brush 100. Yeah, let's try this again. Yeah, that's not so bad. But again, it can be better. Let's try it again, like this time. Oh yes, oh, that is looking better. Let's do the same thing with the board down here. Start from here and running over there. Okay, this didn't go as well as I had hoped. Yeah, that's good. That works. Okay, let's see what next. I'm gonna save. Oh, the door handle. Let's see. Let's make this here visible again. And let's separate the door. Oops. Let's separate the door handle from the line art of the wooden planks that compose the door. Here we go. Yeah. Let's select this area and unselect all else that is around. And wait. Oh, I messed up. Invert the selection, then I do that. I unselected the wrong thing. Heck. Wait. That should be right. Right? Yeah. I don't know why you don't select just the handle. Because the handle is not what I want to be unselected. Just everything else around it. Okay, that should work. Let me just do this here. Yep, that's better. Alrighty, let's hide this layer. And let's do some light highlighting on the door handle and then shading. Let's see. So light highlighting here. And a little bit there. A bunch over here. Nice. Now let's switch to the burn tool and let's darken all of this. Should I be using 100% exposure? I think I should. Oh no! I pressed Ctrl X instead of Ctrl Z. That's fine. Let's try this again. There we go. That's better. That there was a not very happy mistake. Alright, let's see, lighting here. And that should be fine. Okay. Let's do the shading now with 100% exposure. How did your GPU even die, Reptane? What happened to it? Was it just age? Alright, this is usually fine. Let's go back to the dodge tool and use a 50% exposure, as I always do. Let's make this brighter. And with a smaller brush, let's do a little more highlighting. But this time with an even smaller brush than what I have used originally. Maybe not this small. 21. Yeah. There we go. That should work. Let's do now shading highlights of this. 50% exposure as usual. Brush number 21. There we go. Some shading on this side. A little more shading here. Okay, let's remove the selection and let's see what this looks like. That actually looks pretty nice, I think. Not bad. It can be better though. Let's add some shading here. And some more lighting here. Actually, this is the other way around. Yeah. I think this is actually better, as it is. Okay. Let's keep this selection. But now, let me change the way things are selected here. Let's unselect more stuff around that door handle. Like so. Because what I want to do next is draw some hard shadow for the door handle. Actually, I think I'm going to unselect everything. All of this area here. All of this area here. By the way, I just saw my kitten walking behind my chair, and there's one thing he loves to do is to claw at my chair, and I hate when he does that because that's just gonna ruin the chair, and this chair is still brand new. So if you hear me making some weird noises or get out of there, little guy, or I don't know, something, that's me trying to shoo him and make him stop. Right, let's invert the selection now. Yep, that's the kind of selection that I want. I am now, though, going to... Wait. What am I going to do here? I'm going to make a new layer on top of this one. And... so light is coming from there, right? Kind of like this. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. Let's pick red on this here. A hard, tiny, round brush. And let's draw a hard shadow. So let's see. This, I guess. I'm not entirely sure I know what I'm doing, for the record. Okay. Is that what I want to do? I guess. Let's hide this so I can see what I did there. Right. I'm gonna have to fill this up manually, because then I'll have to select just this red layer. I gotta do this very carefully as to not spill any color outside of where colors are supposed to go. Also, I don't know if this is going to look good. As usual, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. A little bit of correction there. Let me use the eraser on this bit here. Okay. Alright. That should work. Let's see, Control U. Let's turn the red into black. Do a little touch-ups on stuff like this here, for example. Yep. And that part there seems fine, actually. Let's hide that and change the opacity here to 50%. Let's see. I suppose the shadow on the door handle could be a little more stretched, you know, a little longer. But yeah, because if I have it this close to the door handle itself, it is kind of implying that the sun is actually on this part of the sky, or more to this side, rather than there. Then again, let me experiment a little more. I'm going to save, but let's see. Let me select just this section. And distort. Actually, you know what? Undo that. Let's select the whole thing and let's use distortion. So stretch it kind of like this. zoom back into that area. Alright, let's apply this. And oh, right, the selection. That's fine. That's fine. Screw the selection. I can do without it. Let's do this and this. Let's try that again. Okay. That seems okay. Now let's fill this part. And yes, I know this is going over the door handle now. That's fine. I'm just going to erase the part of the shadow, the hard shadow that is on the door handle. There we go. It might actually be better this way because this should eliminate some of the gap that that selection caused. I mean, that selection causes. I mean, because this way it can kind of be a little more, you know, precise with a few things. There we go. Yeah, oops, that's not what I meant to do. That was a brush. I want the eraser. Okay, curve up here. Now let's deal with this side of the door handle. There we go. Reapply some of this shadow there. See how much work it is to do art? It is a lot of work. Okay, that should do it. Let's see what this looks like now. Yeah, it looks a bit better. But it can be better. Can be better than that. Let me save. Let's do a little changing to the shape of this shadow. I'm going to use the pen for this though. Go down here. Go up there. Wait, no. Go over here. Then here. And then this should curve around here. And here. Let's see. Let's have this go there. And can meet with that anchor point right there. Okay, now let's give this a shape. Alright, so curve this here like this, and this like this, kinda. There we go. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Now this one goes like this. Yes, this one stretches like that. This one like this. I think this anchor point needs to be moved down like this. Yeah, that should work a little better. Over here, curve a little more. Yep, that should be good. I am going to use a new layer for this. Let's go ahead and already give this a 50% opacity. And let's make a selection or fill path. Let's make a selection. Yep. Okay. Now what I am essentially doing here is pretty much what I have already done. So I'm just redoing everything. I used the original layer there that I drew freehand as a base for this one that hopefully should actually look better than the other one. Better and more natural by extension. Alright, let's remove this from here. Now let's enable this one back so I can see that there. So I can do the same thing to that one, although this one looks mostly fine as it is. But I'm gonna do this anyway. There we go. Over there. And around, and there we go. Curve it like this. And this one like this. Perfect. Let's make selection. And is this the layer that I want? Yup, it is. Fill it up with color. Hide the original. And let's erase the hard shadow from the handle itself. Nice, almost done. Careful with this part here. Must not erase any of the shadow that is being cast on the wood. Alright, let me go back to the brush because there's a few pixels over here that will need a little bit of correction. There we go, that's good, that's fine. And yeah, that definitely looks better. So let's delete the original and name this Door Handle Hard Shadow. and save. I'm not going to add the 50% to the name of the layer yet, because I might want to make a few changes to opacity maybe later. Let's see, now in terms of blurriness, oops. Let's see, do I want to apply any? I guess. Let's see, one pass like this, and smaller brush, a little smaller, and a little more blurriness on this part over here, because this is farther away from the handle. Yeah, that should work. Nice. Let's see, what next? Now, there is some lightness going on the line art of the door, right here, that do not match the shading down there. But I don't think I should be working on that yet, because like I mentioned earlier, I am still going to work some more on this shadow here, so that there might be just a unintended contrast. Actually, let me hide this layer to see. Yeah, it is visible there, but to a lesser extent. Okay, let's see. Let me save. What is the next thing that I'm gonna do? I think I could work on the ramp right now. Do some shading there. The ramp is going to be something interesting to shade, because it is going to should it have any light being cast from the other side, or should it be completely shaded on this area here, because you know the sun, the light source is up there, so the light is being cast from above to down, and in theory, I guess this thing here would be casting shadow on the ramp. Something just occurred to me. You know what I have done here on the door? Adding the shading and the lighting on the edges of each wooden plank. I kind of feel like I would have to do the same thing to the floorboards over here on this platform, but do that is going to be a nightmare. So I actually don't think that is really necessary, to be honest, because there is no line arts going here. The only lines that we see are lines that belong to the actual texture itself. So I don't know, I think you could say the construction is a little different from the door. I don't know, I'll figure that out later. For now, let's see about this ramp. So here's the ramp layer. Yep. Let's pick the dodge tool. Larger brush. Let's go for size 2000. That's 200. Here, 2000. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see. Actually, 1000 should be good enough. Should it? Yeah. So where exactly do I want lighting on this thing? Here. Well, not quite like that, I guess. Yeah, kind of like this. Is it? Yeah. Yes. I think that is right. That seems about right. Okay, let's go with that. Let's change to the burn tool. And a big brush. Let's go with 2000 for this one. Let's darken it up. Now while I wait for Photoshop to do that, let's shear sheep. Let's see how many sheep can I shear before Photoshop is done. I'm watching you, Photoshop, I'm watching you. Yeah, sheared sheep. I'm gonna sell all of this wool for some emeralds. Alright, give me all the wool. They're replenishing the wool more quickly than I can shear all of them, and Photoshop is done. Alright, let me just get a stack of this and I'm gonna go back to art. Okay, I got a one stack. I want to shear all of them, every single one of them before I leave. Not a single one of them should have any wool left. They shall freeze on winter. That's mean. Alright, that should be good enough. Yeah, I don't think I left any wool left. Any wool there on the ground. Alright, let me just go upstairs here. And I'm gonna go back to Photoshop. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Let me undo and redo to compare. Yeah, that seems about good. Now let's use dodge. Add a 50% exposure. And make everything bright. By half. Because that's what 50% is gonna do. There we go. So Photoshop is going to work there. Let's talk to this guy in the meantime. Yes, I do want your emeralds. And I cannot get any more emeralds. Great. Now let me undo and redo to compare. Yeah, that is looking good. That is looking good actually. Now let me try and do the same thing that I have done earlier for this part here. And let's reduce the opacity, exposure to 5% this time. And using a larger brush, 1500, yeah. Actually 2000, no, 3000. Let's see here, 3000. Let's zoom out and add one pass of lightness there. Okay, that didn't do much. 2 passes. What did it just do? Oh, I pressed Control Y. Heck. Nope. What am I doing? Okay, I was changing this thing here apparently. Okay. Right. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. Now let's see. In terms of the actual shadow that should be being cast by the platform here, what am I to do? Let me select the entire ramp layer like this, and actually no, unselect. Instead, let me make a new layer on top and use this as a reference. Let's see, brush number 1. So let's say that, let's do a click here, another here, go around and meet with the first one. Okay, let's select that entire area there. And fill it up like this. Undo the selection, give this a 50% opacity. Now I can select the ramp, and just the ramp alone. Okay, let's invert the selection. Use a large brush for the eraser and remove all of the blackness that is outside. There. Okay. Wait, is that right? Let's see this corner. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's see about using the blur tool now. Brush 300. Wait. I gotta select the ramp before I do this. But this time I do want the inside of the ramp. Alright, let's do a few passes with the blur. On the outside here. I mean on the inside, sorry. Another pass. Oops. There we go, that's better. Now let's remove the selection and let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that seems about right. So my idea here, I think, is kind of like any shadow that these beams would be casting. Well, actually, they can't really be casting shadow on the ramp because, considering the position of the sun, the platform here, this part in itself, is covering. I mean, is casting this shadow on the ramp, and the shadows that the beams would be casting, if they could cast shadow, they would be on the ground, not on the ramp, I think. Is it right? Let's say it is. Let's call this here platform hard shadow and save. Okay, let's see what next. Oh, right. Let's go back to the ramp and pick the burn tool with a 50% exposure and a smaller brush, size 200. That will do. That will do. And let's do the same kind of shading that I have done on the platform. Let's do it here. let me go back to the platform for a moment. Where is that? Front wall. Platform. Do a little thingy there. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to the ramp. Yeah, I like it. That's looking fine. It's looking okay, I guess. Maybe some of this here. Kind of like this, you know? Okay, I think I messed this up a bit. Hey, Raybal Duck. Not Duck, sorry. Duck. Am I pronouncing this right? Whatever. Ray Bao, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to redo this, but with a larger brush this time. Let's see, and this is going to look good this time. There we go, that should work. You can always call me Ray for short. Yeah, I have been calling you just Ray. I don't know why I decided to say the whole name this time. Silly me. Okay, that should work. Let's save. And again, like I said earlier, these hard shadows here and there now, I will work some more on them at a later point. For now, I need the basics of mostly everything as much as I possibly can. Let me see, where's the, here we go, sidewall. Now the sidewall, that one needs quite a bunch of shading, I gotta say. Because it is not receiving any sunlight. Well, no direct sunlight, I should say. I think if I should wrap up my night or not yet. Up to you really, Ray. You can stay up a little longer. Or maybe not, tomorrow is Monday. So yeah, don't take my advice for that actually. I'm going to add just a little bit of lighting here. Actually, I'm not going to add any lighting there. On the back here, maybe. A little bit. What about underneath the platform? Oh, you mean down here? Oh, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there soon. That will come later. Let's make everything dark. No. That's the dodge tool, not the burn tool, Mike, you idiot. Undo. There we go. That's the burn tool. Let's use brush number 1000. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Make all of this dark. There we go. Well, now I gotta wait for Photoshop to apply this. Okay, it finished. Good. Let's switch back to the dodge tool, but this time change the exposure to 50% so I can only apply some more lightness here by half. Alright, that should be good enough. Any day now, computer. Thank you. Yeah. Let's go back to the burn tool and use 30% exposure this time. Let's darken up this. A little more down here. Let's see. Yeah, that's not so bad. It's quite alright. Yeah. It should look better when I do the shading down here. Let me save. Now let's see, what am I going to do next? I think I'm gonna move on and work on that wall there, underneath the platform. So let's see here, lower wall. Dodge 2, 100% exposure. And hold on. How am I gonna do this? So the sun is there. I think it's only going to be shading down here. Or maybe not. Maybe some lighting. Kind of like this. Notice that I am following the angle of the light that is coming from the sun. So I don't know if you can see on the stream, but there's a line right here, like this, right here. I don't actually need to be following that thing. That is actually the first time that I use a thing like this for the light source. I never needed that. I'm using this now just to see if it is actually helpful and if I like using it, so maybe I could use it again in the future. Okay, so that should do for this. Now let's darken everything with 100% exposure. Should probably be using a larger brush with this. All right. I don't know how long Photoshop is going to take. I mean, the computer is going to take to apply that. So let me enchant this shear in the meantime. Photoshop has finished. I'll enchant that thing until before the end of the stream. Let's switch back to the dodge tool. Let's use brush number 2000 this time. I'm gonna enchant this thing, Photoshop. You better be quick there. Single player, Ray. Single player. I figure that this should be a good way to pass the time and keep the entertainment going while I wait for Photoshop to finish applying effects. Because as you can see, sometimes it takes a while and I cannot really do anything while Photoshop is busy. So I might as well keep myself busy with something else. Thanks, Ray. You haven't seen it from the outside yet. It looks so much nice. So much nicer on the outside, I think. Alright, let's enchant this. What do I get? Nothing. Great, I forgot I cannot enchant shears. Alright. I'm just going to be saving three lapis. Actually, I can enchant, but I can only apply enchantments from books. Do I have them breaking or something? Ah, Photoshop is done. Okay, let's move back to Photoshop. I'll show you the place later. What did I just do here? Alright, the wall underneath there. Right, let's switch to burn. And this time I'm going to use 50% exposure and apply some shading here. And a little more. Okay, that was too much. Let's try 30%. 30 is too much. Let's go with 10%. Alright, that's a bit better. And let's remove some of the lighting from this area here. That's a bit too much, I think. Let me use a larger brush. 2000! I don't know if what I'm doing here right now is actually going to look any good. It doesn't. Okay. Oh, you know what I can do here? Or what I should do? Let's make a new layer on top of this one. And let me draw a hard shadow. Let me see, how am I gonna go about doing this? Let's do one click there. And one click out here. Click there, there, and there, and there, I guess. Now select. It didn't work. Alright. Well, in that case, let me move this layer to above the platform so I can actually see what I'm doing. Let's see. Click here. Yeah, now I can see the line. Good. That is what I want. Excellent. And close it there. Alright. Select this. Invert the selection. Let's make a new layer on top of this one. And let's fill it up with color. Just one color, just black. Undo the selection. Okay, that brush is way too big. Okay, delete this layer. Let's bring this layer 51 back down. Come on, go down. There we go. Above the lower wall. Give this a 50% exposure. I mean, not exposure, opacity. And let's name this lower wall hard shadow. Let's use some blurring down there. A little more. A little bit more. Now I know this shadow that I have just done here, it does not look good. Not in contrast with this wall over here. That's because, as I always say, basics first. I am making the basics of the shading for the shadings for the shading, sorry. And I am going to work out these hard shadows later to make them actually fit in the environment. But for the moment, what I need is to have them their basics in place. So let's save. And let's see, what am I gonna do next? Well, I need to shade the ground, obviously. The plants back there. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that on today's stream. I've been streaming for about 3 hours now. Yeah. Let me show you the thing I said I was gonna show here. Since you mentioned the house, I'm gonna give you a quick look of the house. But first, let me see. Do I have anything to enchant this shear? Piercing, respiration, sharpness, no. Fire spec, flame, efficiency, no. I want unbreaking. I don't have unbreaking. Give me one book. Let me see if I can get unbreaking from this. Oops. More efficiency. Efficiency and sharpness. That's a weird combo. Okay, whatever. Let me just put it away. Let me put away the wool. Where okay, the wool goes here. And I'm gonna put away also the shears. And since it is daytime, I will show you the outside of the house. Mike's Minecraft Crypt Tour 2021. Nah, I'm just gonna give you a quick run around. That's Salem. That's Flaky. I'm gonna eat a potato. Alright. Let me change to creative to make this easier. Let's go outside. I have a doorbell. It actually does ding dong. Alright, let me fly a bit. And there's the place. I just recently made this. Oh, this is a bit laggy. Oh, really laggy. I just recently made this front garden that I am not yet very happy with. Why is it lagging there like this? It's strange. Imagine that with shaders. Oh, I have started this with shaders. The problem is that Minecraft has become so demanding from my computer that my PC is just not handling it well anymore. And that's why I'm running this world now on the work computer, because the processor on that one can handle this a little better. So this is the main house. Up here there is... Why is it moving weirdly like this? That's strange. There's a little window there on the hatch. Is it a keyboard? That's strange. Anyway, here's the property itself. There's a little house for my villager friends. Farms for every kind of thing. I'm not done building the farms, for the record. There's a mob farm up there. Absurdly efficient that thing is. There's a chicken coop. And the chicken coop has a mechanism that allows me to deploy the excess of eggs over into this chamber. And with that, what I can do is I can either then chop the chicken for meat, or if I don't want the chickens anymore, I can just flip this lever and the floor opens to lava, so I can just eliminate all the chickens like this. That's why I call this... Why is it lagging weirdly like this? That's why I call this chicken eliminator. Let's get out of here. See, sometimes it is stopping and then it moves. That's so weird. First time this is doing that. But yeah, let me show you an older screenshot of this with shaders. Hold on. Let me do a thing. I'm going to place myself around here. Oh my god, come on, respawn. I don't know why this is lagging. Hey Katita, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well. Alright, this here. That should be good enough. What is the processor usage at when you play Minecraft? On the main computer, it is in the 90% range. Easily going to 100s. And the frame rate barely beyond 10 FPS. Let me show you a screenshot of that with shaders. Let's see, Minecraft screenshots. Se a tela do jogo tá pequena e do Photoshop aparecendo. Isso é intencional, Katita. That's intentional, Katita. Alright, let me see. Where is the screenshot that I am thinking of? I have a lot of Minecraft screenshots. I'm gonna go further down. I use Fabric. I use Fabric and Optifine. I actually like Fabric quite a lot. Yeah, the performance that I get on Minecraft on the main PC is with Fabric and Optifine. It's just because this computer is old. I can thankfully already afford to buy an upgrade for the system, but the parts that I need are not yet available in stock. So this is pretty much the same house. I mean, it is the same house, but without shaders. Oh yeah, there's this screenshot from another angle. This is old, by the way. Let me hide the game. It is very pretty with shaders. Kind of would like the same angle. Like this one, I guess. Let me try and position the camera kind of the same way. Yeah, kind of like this. This is close enough. I cannot enable shaders on the computer where I'm running this world now because the graphics card on that one is gonna explode if I do that. It cannot handle shaders. But yeah, there you go. That's what the house should look like, more or less, with shaders. Although it is nighttime now in the actual world, but still. I do have a screenshot like this, but oops. Like this. But with shaders. Let me find that. Here we go. At night. Yeah, there we go. That's more or less what it looks like with shaders at night. You see? I'm flashing in and out, so you can so we can compare. Yeah, Minecraft is one of the games that I want to play first. One of the first games that I want to play. Sorry, when I can afford. Not when I can afford. When I can buy the parts that I need for the upgrade. I can't afford them now. I just cannot buy them yet because they are out of stock, unfortunately. So Minecraft is one of the games that I want to play on the main computer when the system has been upgraded to something modern. Excuse me. I want to play Minecraft. I want to play Doom 2016 again, preferably if possible the whole game. I also want to play Doom Eternal, especially, and Phasmophobia. I want to play that again on stream. But the current computer cannot handle it and stream at the same time. What upgrade do we used to do? I'm gonna show you. Since I am wrapping up for tonight, I actually have the tabs open on the other computer of the parts that I'm gonna go for. Let me open that. So I want either this motherboard. This one is actually cheaper than the other option, although their specs are the exact same. So I want either this motherboard, the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Plus, or it's gonna load, or the MSI X570A Pro. Their specs are the exact same, but the Gaming Plus is actually a little cheaper and looks better than the Pro, but specs wise they are the same. But neither one of them is available in stock right now. Both are out of stock. For the processor, if the price if the price doesn't increase too much from what it is right now, because it is on offer right now. If I pay it up front, I'm gonna be paying this amount here. For the processor, I want to go for the Ryzen 5 5600X. That's the processor I've got. That is awesome. And 16 gigabytes of RAM, 3200 megahertz. This is the cheapest option with good quality, so it's a Corsair. I am going to include an SSD because Windows 10 sucks on hard drive. It is too slow because of all its telemetry and all the nonsense that it does in the background that it should not be doing. So, and because I have many programs that I need, I also need a lot of space. So if I show you here my boot drive right now, this is a hard drive, by the way. It's a 320 gigabytes hard drive. As you can see, it is starting to run out of space. And the other drives I have also are in the red, so those also need upgrading. So I want to throw in the SSD for the boot drive, and for storage, because I want to upgrade the storage, and also because I want to keep a backup of the stuff I have currently. I want a couple of 4 terabyte hard drives and an extra, and the 4 terabytes is out of stock also, and an extra 2 terabyte hard drive for my Steam library and other stuff. I also put my virtual machines in the same hard drive as the Steam games. So actually the price of this one actually went up from the last time I checked. Ah, crap, that sucks. But yeah, the main parts that I want / need are out of stock currently. So that's fun. Have you heard about the Windows? Yes, I heard. It is almost pretty much confirmed at this point. And all I can say is this. I'm not gonna actually say it out loud, but all I can say is this. Yeah. And mind you, I'm not really very happy about migrating to Windows 10, but I know I don't have a choice. Let me close CorelDRAW because I'm not gonna need this anymore. Let me save this and also save a PNG copy of this so I can compare the progress, as I usually do at the end of the streams. Let's see, PNG. Let's call this sample 5. I was gonna stay on 92% saving for a little bit, so in that case let me go back to here and go back indoors. And also switch back to survival. Here we go. Oh yeah, there's also the basement area over here with some extra storage there, and if I go further down I have I have a spider farm down there, and the skeleton stuff down there as well. And that one is very redstone heavy, by the way. That is something that I definitely want to show you guys on a proper gaming stream at some point. Photoshop is saving? Yes. There's a little mushroom farm there with a light switch, so mobs don't spawn while I am down there. I'm not going to give you a full tour of the house now, by the way. Next time I play Minecraft on a stream. Wait, is the redstone always active? You mean on the skeleton farm? Let's go down here. There's a chasm here. It's pretty cool. Yes and no. That depends. So I'm not going to show you the thing now, but it's down there, down the hallway over there. And I think you will like. I think you'll like it when you see it. If you like redstone stuff, you're definitely going to like that. But yeah, I'm not going to show you that on this stream because this is not a gaming stream. Let's go upstairs. So this is the living room. A little thingy here to see outside. Oh, glow squid. I want that. Hold on, excuse me. Excuse me. Photoshop is done saving, but nothing's going to save these glow squids from me. Come here. Come back here. Give me your stuff. I'll take these also, thank you. I hear phantoms. Where's the other glow squid? Ah, there it is. There we go. Did I get everything? I think I did. They spawn naturally, Ray. This is running on Minecraft 1.17. That is also why I'm not using the texture pack that I usually use, which is just the default texture pack, but at a higher resolution. Alright, let's put these stuff here where they belong. Oh, I still have the emeralds. Let's put them away. They spawn in conditions where there's no light source at all. Well, they spawn at night. Yeah, oops, wrong chest. That goes there. They spawn at night, and same thing for the axolotls actually. Officially, they spawn underground. Using the moonlight as source? Actually, no. Officially, they spawn underground in bodies of water, but as it turns out, they also spawn above ground in bodies of water that are deep enough, so long as it is nighttime or just completely black. And therefore, I have managed to capture all of these on that same lake over there that I just dove into. All simply by just watching there, and they just spawn there at night. So it is great. And actually I managed to catch a blue one, which apparently is very rare. But up here there's a little attic storage stuff. But I'm not going to give you yes, a blue one. A blue one. I think it is this one here. Let me put it in the water downstairs so you can see. Yeah, there it is. That's the blue one. Hey, it is pretty. Look at him. Really cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, so I'm just keeping them in the chest for now. Oh, 1.17 is very nice. Not as good as I hoped it would be because the new terrain generation is not here yet. That apparently is gonna come on 1.18 very soon. Not very soon, but soon. In any case, I'm not going to be playing this on this stream because this is not a gaming stream. I could play on the next gaming Friday. I don't think I have played Minecraft on Fridays yet. I have played this world twice on a Wednesday stream, which is the one that that's in Portuguese always, but not on the Gaming Friday, which is in English. I could do that this Friday, I guess. That would be fine, because in case you guys don't know, the game you see here, that is running on my other computer, which I am capturing the footage of through a capture device. So you see the browser open there, and if I do this, that's the desktop on that PC. So I can run the game there and capture the footage on the main computer to stream. That's how I have been doing for a few past streams with both this computer and my old Pentium 4 for retro gaming. Sorry. But yeah, I could play this on the next Gaming Friday, and then give you a tour of the house and show you all the redstone stuff that's in the skeleton farm down there that I mentioned, and also the mobs farm that I showed you off in the distance. That thing is very big and very high up in the sky, and absurdly efficient actually. But yeah, that's not something for today. For today, I like that very much. Well, in that case, Ray, just for you, I'm going to stream Minecraft on the next Gaming Friday then. Oh my god. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to stream Minecraft on the next Gaming Friday. Tongue, please cooperate. I am going to stream Minecraft on the next Gaming Friday. Then. There we go. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. But yeah, you then are very welcome to join, Ray, and watch, so you can see everything. And actually, that is going to be a good opportunity for me to actually explore the new stuff more properly on 1.17. But for today, this should be all. Let's compare the progress I have done so far. So this is from many streams ago. Well, not that many. Improvement. And this is today. This last Sunday. This is today. Quite a difference. I'm gonna say I like the shading on the wood there. The wood texture though. Yeah, I know, right? This is actually looking very, very good. So much better with shading. Nice. Man, I can't wait to see this finished. Let me compare just sample 1 with sample 5. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. Incredible. I dare say incredible, even though I am the one who made this. But yeah, for today, guys, this is unfortunately going to be everything. I'm sorry for starting the stream late today. Actually, all streams this week have been late for a reason or another. But they happened regardless, which is, I think, the most important part. But yeah, so the usual end of stream and not announcements, reminders. So the end of stream reminders. I stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. I play a different game every Wednesday and Friday, but I draw live. I do art on Sundays, just like I have watched today. On Wednesdays, the stream should start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. On Fridays, sorry, it should start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So those are the times. Oh, also a little disclaimer. Although the Friday and Sunday streams, they are always in English, the Wednesday streams specifically, those are always in Portuguese. So if you join stream on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you are likely not going to understand a single thing that I am saying unless you know Portuguese. But don't worry, the Friday and Sunday streams, they're always in English. But yeah, I think that's it for today. So my friends, everyone, thank you all so much for joining the stream today. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you had fun. And I wish I would be streaming for a little longer, but because I have started late, I cannot really go for much longer now, I'm afraid. So I am sorry about that. But in any case, thank you all for joining. I hope you have enjoyed, had fun, and I wish you all an awesome weekend. No, wait, the weekend is over. No, the weekend is over. Boo. What I meant to say is, I wish you all an awesome. Have a good evening, Mike. Thank you, Ray. You too. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of Sunday if it's still Sunday to you. Have a great night. And have a great Monday. Have a great week. That's what I was trying to say. Have a great week. And yeah, I guess that's all. Until we meet again on the next stream, God bless you all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a very good one. Bye, everyone. Have a good one. Ciao.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up. Don't bet on taking trips because they'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. Citrus can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of the shit up. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's both been elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the year. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion. Stipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just grow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking shots because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you planned. Citrus can be your fuse when you can see where puzzles lay. Don't quit on hopes or dreams when you have simply got to chin up. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. You got to keep on sailing even when you want to frown. The world will keep on turning without matter where you land. You might as well be running when your feet should hit the sand. Don't bet on thinking just because you got to be more grand. Chin up, don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. Chin up, don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your trips to trash.